How's everything over there? You guys got rainy weather? What's going on there?
Beautiful weather. Dude.
Beautiful. Wow.
Global cooling in Chicago, apparently.
Yes, sir. Global cooling everywhere. They can't help
It's chilly, dude. You need like a sweater.
Dude, it's cool here, dude. I had a heater on at work today. It was that cold.
Ah.
We were hovering like just around the 49, 50 range all day.
Ooh.
It's chilly, man.
I
And
love it.
skyrocketing right back to the sunny and 80s tomorrow. And for the next like 3-4 days.
Oh, they're going to turn... machine was down.
That's right. They do a little maintenance.
Yeah.
They're gonna turn that heart back on. Don't you worry.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, a little bit. We've been a little below average, a little bit above average.
No,
Beautiful fall.
Yeah, I'm excited for the fall time, but the weather, man, the climate, it's all anyone wants to talk about. I don't know if you're following the news.
It's so funny how much they're trying to make a thing out of like this Fiona.
Yeah, Fiona's crazy. And did you catch the UN assembly thing?
No, I don't watch the UN.
Yeah, but Mike, you do follow my favorite gal in the world, Miss Amy Goodman.
Oh, I haven't, dude. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm glad she talked about something other than the Queen. I stopped listening to it.
Oh, wow. You must be very hydrated.
Frank, I think it was like Tuesday. Man. I was like, let me see what's going on in democracy. And now we go live with whoever to talk about remember we made a joke about how we were like, well, tomorrow's episode is going to be about the Queen's early days before she became Queen.
Yeah.
And then the next day we're going to talk about her reign. Amy Goodman legit did it.
Yeah, she did a thing on Chuck. The whole gang.
Oh, they literally did a future with Chuck.
Yeah.
They did they did the Queen's early years.
That's right.
They did her like midlife crisis. They did fucking. It was insane.
Yeah, real life is a parody.
How democracy now, man? You used to be like, investigative journalism at its best.
The War and Peace Report.
The War and Peace Report.
You got the real news.
Wars going on.
Yeah, well, there's a war on information now. That's what's happening, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
I'm just glad she stopped talking about the fucking Queen.
Well, Mike, she only stopped to talk about climate change. Come on, man. You know I'm going to do you dirty that way. So the UN assembly happened. Biden was there. He did a very sleepy speech. I wouldn't put you folks through that kind of misery.
Oh, the only thing I did see. That's where he was, right? When he went to walk off stage and he didn't know where to go.
Yes,
And then if you haven't seen the clip, you got to go see it.
Absolutely.
Because he just doesn't know where to go while this other guy is talking to him.
That's right.
Directly. He literally just takes one step back into the darkness. You can still see him clear as day. He's like in a shadow with his hands crossed, like waiting for somebody to save him. It's so sad.
It's sad, man. It's pathetic.
It's so sad. As the leader of the greatest army,
he does
walk this world.
In that video. He does that thing where he shakes hands with a ghost.
He shook hands with the ghost.
He did it. You can't deny it. I know
Frank, he went to grab a hand that was going to guide him.
He does it every time. He is hallucinating a person there.
You know who, I said this before, no one called it. It's the drugs. You know how we always say they got him, they gave him the good drugs today.
Yeah, blue-eyed Biden versus dark-eyed Biden.
Yeah, but one of the side effects is hallucinations.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because these are high, powerful drugs meant to, I guess, stimulate your brain, right?
Yeah, like nootropic, no.
I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, I'm too dumb.
Chat room, if you know what we're talking about, throw it out there.
But yeah, It's something to do with with Alzheimer's medicine. That's why like they always say that like you'll hear about like Alzheimer's patients. They'll start talking about how like they'll see their childhood friend or
Oh, that's crazy, man.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, you start hallucinating. And actually by the end it's not even the drugs, it's just the brain doing it itself. But
Yeah, man, the brain is maybe the craziest drug of them all, dude.
oof. No drug can do its job without the brain.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, that just blew my mind, bro.
Yeah. I need some mushrooms.
So he did do the thing that he seems to do very consistently, which is the shake hands with this phantom hallucination that he's seeing. And then
I like to imagine it's Bo.
Oh, very sweet. Wow.
He's just really wishing he could trade places with the other one.
Wow.
The not Bo.
See, that's funny. I always thought he was imagining Hunter showing him the new Chinese underage horror that he has. Like, here you go, pedo Pete. It's the underage Chinese horror I promised you.
He literally does have the devil and the angel on his shoulder, huh?
Yeah, wow.
One's got crack and hookers. The other one served in the military.
Wow, man. Oh, that hits home.
Yeah.
That's harsh. I'm sure what drove Hunter's, descent into madness and drug addiction and prostitution and whatever else he was doing, probably it was because Bo was so great and he could never beat Bo, right? Probably a lot of daddy issue going on there.
Said it before, man. That's why I love the brothers I got, See, I did both. I went to the army and became the loser drug addict.
Wow, man. Congratulations. That is well played, sir. Well played.
I just knocked down all those pins.
Beautiful. Yeah, you might as well just, swing for the fences. Hit the grand slam, right?
God, if I could just go extort a country. The trifecta.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good stuff. Speaking of grand slams, by the way, did you know Aaron Judge is going to surpass the home run record set by Roger Maris, the 61 mark?
I saw that, and I don't know I never heard of this guy before, but he doesn't look too roided out,
He's just an enormous human, but it's funny, everyone's really psyched about him passing this record. This record was obliterated on that roid rage that happened in 1998 between McGwire and Sammy Sosa,
The season is known as the Home Run Derby.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
the Sosa-McGwire Home Run Derby.
I'm not kidding. They crushed it, absolutely annihilated it, landed at like 60-something and 70-something, and then Barry Bonds took every steroid in the world and hit like 80 home runs. He's like, just took it to the max, man.
The Home Run Derby was followed by the Barry Bonds Home Run Derby, brought to you by HGH.
The strongest HGH in the world.
Yeah, they were literally... You can see him in the dugout, hooked up to a bull. Direct IV, straight to a bull's heart. Like, it was like, what...
I mean, yeah, he basically turned into like the thigh of a horse with his head on top. Like that was.
Oh,
just
it was so dude. He had so much muscles. You're like, you can't. There's no way that muscle's that big. You can't make that muscle bigger.
His neck, the way that neck grew. Oh man, these are the glory days of sports. Keep that in mind, people. But yeah,
it was so ridiculous.
It's so absurd. Nobody wanted to admit it. We just loved the show. It was really good entertainment.
It was good. Good times.
Yeah, well, either way, Aaron Judge is probably...
Dude, there was a point, though, where the baseball bat didn't even look real. Like these guys were holding these bats.
Yeah.
It looked like they were playing stickball.
Oh no! It looked like
You
he
know
was
what I
like
mean?
picking some salad out of his tooth with it.
I remember watching Mark McGwire, and it wasn't like, is he going to hit a home run this game? It was like, how many home runs is he going to hit? Is it going to be 3? You know, like it was insane. Insane.
What's crazy too is when McGuire was early in his early career, he was on the A's with Canseco, who is the guy who introduced him to steroids. But
Oh, really?
yeah, legendarily, yeah. Like Canseco, what I love about Canseco is he like ended his career and he's like, I do roids. He's like, yeah, I rage roids, man. Like he totally embraced being roid man. And then he wrote a book that was just like, I do roids with all these guys. They're all in the big leagues. Like,
Of course.
Which
Did Sammy Sosa take steroids? Well, let me ask you something. Did he hit 1,000 home runs while simultaneously not being able to touch his hands behind his back? Yeah, he was on fucking steroids. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude.
These guys, their muscles their lats were so big they couldn't wipe their own ass.
Literally,
They fucking
man.
knock it out 450-yard fucking dingers.
Dude, and McGuire, when he was huge to begin with, and then he roided. That's what's so crazy about it all. And
Yeah.
I don't know. These guys were
Well, Sosa,
cartoonish looking.
too.
Yeah, all of them. They grew
Go
to...
to Wrigley Field, dude. Nobody's outside Wrigley Field on the street with a fucking glove. Nobody's hitting it outside the park anymore. They used to go outside the fucking park. Get the fuck out of here. That was so crazy.
Well,
They need to go back to that.
Aaron Judge, he's had a maybe perfect season as a batter, and I only bring it up because I really do hope he breaks this record. I'm sure there's about 5 more days left in the season or games or whatever. He'll probably end somewhere in that 60-something range, and I think this should be, barring some revealing evidence that comes out, this should be the record.
Yeah, yes.
I think once he sets, everybody should agree Aaron Judge is the record holder.
Is the new record.
And you guys put on a great show in the 90s.
We appreciate it.
Very entertaining, but
It was more like XLB. You know what I mean?
Yes, great call, dude.
Extreme League Baseball.
Yeah, like the XFL, dude.
Because, dude, it wasn't even that you were, like... The thing was, too, Mark McGwire wasn't even swinging that fast. The pitcher was just as juiced as him, and he was launching that ball 109 miles per hour. You know what I mean? Like, you had so much steroids going on.
Yeah, rampant. And that's why, like, look, let these guys in the Hall of Fame. I'm fine with that. Okay, they can...
Dude, the 90s pitchers would come in, they're throwing 110 miles per hour for 2 seasons, and then they're out.
Yeah, but...
Never see him again. Right?
Same with these hitters, though. McGuire, Sosa, Bonds, they get that one miraculous season, and then the body can't sustain, and you get injured, and then they stop roiding. That's what happened. It's but
it's just like when you get the race car, you put in that high octane, get everything you can out of that engine, man. Blow those rings. You know what I mean?
For sure. And I just bring it up because, Mike, you know I'm an avid baseball fan, and I've been following all season. I play fantasy baseball, and I am in the championship this week.
Ooh, congrats.
Thank you. And so, fingers crossed, here we go. Hopefully we pull out a winner
Jesus
this
Christ,
year.
to end up in the fantasy baseball champion, that's harder than a fucking Harvard degree at this point.
It took a lot of stats. I had to crunch a lot of numbers.
I can't even imagine the dedication.
I did a lot.
This season is so long.
Yeah, I should have some sort of degree. In the end, I'll get about $500. It was worth it.
If you dedicated that to a job, you'd be a rich man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And time and effort.
I've dedicated so much time to this, I may even get fired from my job because of this. So
Perfect.
that's it.
That's how I know you're American.
Well, I'm happy this week it'll end because I can focus my attention now to fantasy football. Because I'm not doing very well in that league right now. I'm not into football as much as baseball, so I suffer in my.
For all the dudes out there, if you want to know if your lady is cheating on you,
yes,
ask yourself: are you in fantasy baseball and fantasy football?
And the answer is she is.
Your lady is occupying her time somewhere else.
Hell no, dude. She loves that I play it because if I win, the promise is that I treat her with the winnings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we go out for a fancy dinner. And last year I got second place. I treated her out for a good time. And this year I hope to finish in first and win bigly and go out on an even better time. So that's
gonna win.
That's the promise. That's why she'll tolerate the draft night and then the and by the way, I dedicate zero time to this stuff when I'm at home. It's mostly this is what I do in my free time at work. So it's great. Fills the void at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what fantasy sports
it just seems a little...
most people are about. You can if you got time to kill at your job.
That makes sense.
Which I'm new to having. I worked for 15 years in the bar and food industry. You got time to lean, you got time to clean, right? There's no
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no chilling on your phone or your computer or your laptop or whatever and surfing the fantasy stuff. So, but when now I'm in a position where I can, check out a little information out there and spend a little time, adjust some lineups, and try to win a little cash on the side, man.
That makes sense. It's hard to do that while you're fixing a toilet.
I agree.
Yeah, that's my problem. I need a job where I'm at like a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mind you, I did this stuff for years while I was just working on my feet all the time, and it's a good distraction. I dig on sports.
Yeah, it's all about what you care about.
I love the sports, so you know me, Mike. I'm an idiot, and so I follow the idiot's entertainment. That's what I do.
So Uncle Guy was really wrong about those Bears. And let me tell everybody out there in the Dude Man Nation, a little tip about betting on sports is never take advice from a Chicagoan on any Chicago team early in the season.
You bet on the Bears. See, that's bad. I never bet on Chicago teams, ever.
No. The spread's 12 points, but every Chicagoan says they're going to win? No, they're going to lose by 17. That's how that works.
No, man. Aaron Rodgers loves to kill the Bears. He lives to do it, man.
No, I didn't bet on it, but I was laughing so hard because Uncle Guy said that I think the Bears are going to squeak by. I think they're going to win it by 3. Dude, no way. There's no way. They've won 2 games in 70 years. You know what I mean? And both those games were in 85. So... we never got to the UN speech.
Oh, that's incredible. I was just thinking that. Did we ever do the Democracy Now! Clip? I realized because I still had, saliva. I was still not thirsty. Yeah, that's, Welcome to Tangent, folks, with Mike and Frank.
We go 40 minutes. 40 minutes before we get to the clip.
Didn't we do this with Amy Goodman last time? It was like a 40...
No, I forgot what that one was, but we never even played it. It was so funny.
It was the stabbing.
The stabbing, yeah. You started talking about the clip. Played 3 seconds, and we never got back. 47 minutes.
That was a good clip. I still got it.
That's a good tangent.
Yeah. We'll get to it. We're going to get to that stabbing.
Eventually.
All right, let's go to the UN live where climate is killing us.
The opening day of the UN General Assembly began with a dire warning from UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres.
It's a dire warning, Frank. Stop laughing.
Our world is in peril and paralyzed. Geopolitical divides are undermining the work of the Security Council undermining
We got a guy that
international
speaks
law,
English.
undermining trust and people's faith in democratic institutions, undermining all forms
No,
of
I know we're all going to
international
die,
cooperation.
but can you tell me in
We
English?
cannot
What's
go
going on
on
here?
like this.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres also warned about the climate emergency and blasted fossil fuel companies.
The fossil fuel industry is feasting on hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies and windfall profits.
Did he say fisting?
I don't know. I'm glad you said it.
I don't want to say I got my mind in a dirty place there, but
While
Well, you know, they are the
household
ones that got the lube, so makes sense.
are we talking about Ukraine or wait? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, what?
shrink and our planet burns. Excellencies, let's tell it like it is. Our world is addicted to fossil fuels, and it's time for an intervention. We need
What
to
the
move
fuck did
fossil
he
fuel
say? I thought he said evicted. Did he say addicted?
Dude, like, let me remind everybody: our parents and our entire family has a very had difficult times with English, and
Oh, it's nothing but accents in our family.
we've heard the gauntlet of misusing and speaking words.
My whole point is, though, if this was a world catastrophe, you'd find a guy without an accent that could represent it.
We're not laughing at the guy for not knowing how to speak English because we've experienced quite a bit of it. But you know,
Well, I always say, he did a much better job than I would do an Indian.
I think he's Spanish.
Oh, well, you did a terrible job. I don't even know what your accent is.
His name's Gutierrez, dude. Gutierrez.
Wait, Spanish like Southern America or like a from like actual
I
Spain?
think he's a Mexican, honestly, dude.
Get the fuck out of here! Are you serious?
What is Gutierrez?
Gutierrez?
Yeah.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, his name's Gutierrez.
Uh,
He's definitely not Indian.
I thought he sounded Indian, right? Man, get your accent right. Can't even figure out where you're from, bro.
We have interpreters for everything else and the sign language guy, but not for this dude?
Yeah, well, Frank, Frank, great point. How about you just speak whatever language you
Yeah,
speak,
speak your native tongue,
and
bro.
we'll get an interpreter in here, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
That sounds good.
We're gonna backtrack, see if we can understand what this
Are you
dude's
sure
saying.
he's not Indian, like on his mom's side or something?
I gotta say Gutierrez. That doesn't sound very Indian. Is it not Gutierrez?
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was a Gutierrez. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he looks
All right.
Hispanic. I don't want to be racial profiling here. But...
Am I an idiot? Did that not sound Indian?
Well, here, we're going to go back a little. Here we go. Let's check out
Maybe
our...
he was just from like a lower caste. You know you're from a real low caste if you change your name to a Mexican name. You know what I'm saying? That was the upgrade.
All right, let's go to our Hindu friend Gutierrez over here.
Straight from India. Gutierrez.
Right near the beach. Boy!
Right near the Ganges.
Here we go.
If I wasn't from the Ganges, why would I have this dot?
This is the smartest show on podcast land, folks. All right,
Yeah, we're retarded. We are retarded, dude. I'm sorry, people.
Hindu man, Gutierrez. Here we go.
I'm retarded.
Excellencies, let's tell it like it is. Our world is addicted to fossil fuels, and it's time for an intervention.
Dude, this is not Spanish,
Hold fossil
dude.
fuel companies and their enablers to account.
Fuck you, dude. It's not a Spanish speaker, dude. I work in Chicago.
I don't know what he's talking. What he's saying.
That's not Spanish.
How could you? How is this guy speaking? He's the head of the UN. Oh, we're fucked. This is.
Bro, you're trying to warn me the world is ending. I can't stop laughing at your accent.
What do you mean? If you're trying to tell us a comet is about to hit Earth, we won't understand what the hell you're saying, dude. That was unreal.
We don't know if that's a spice that you add to curry, or what are you... Where are you from?
Oh yeah, curry. You really think he's Indian, huh?
Is he not? Did nobody else hear that? I'm gonna stick with Indian. That sounded Indian.
Wait, maybe she says at the beginning.
The opening day of the UN General Assembly began with a dire warning from UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres.
That's so Indian.
That's so Indian.
Oh, man.
Antonio. Yeah. Straight from India, Antonio Guterres.
The Guterres region, you know, they're all named Antonio over there. It's unbelievable. Just say Antonio in a crowd, they all turn around. It's ridiculous.
I swear to God, if one more Patel or Gutierrez immigrates here from India, I'm gonna fucking...
I got in a taxi cab last night. A Gutierrez again. Unbelievable, dude.
My doctor. Another Gutierrez. These freaking Indians are killing it. I don't know how they get it.
Oh, you guessed it. Antonio, of course, dude. Like, are they all named Antonio? Oh, man.
Yeah, I called your customer service hotline. Yeah, Antonio Guterres. I could tell he was from India, okay? So... Yeah, I'm an idiot. Alright, we established that.
And by the way, it's like with a Z, right? Like, is it Guterres or Guterres?
I don't know, man. I think they're lying to me.
Yeah, they're just...
This is a double whammy here, because not only are you trying to tell me the world is ending, but you're doing it with an Indian named Antonio Guterres. You guys are just fucking...
You're just fucking with us now.
I'm just glad we agree that he's a man at this point, to be honest with you.
Actually, yes. This is a good step forward in the right direction. So that's a good call, dude.
So if you're wondering, that's how serious climate change is.
So,
we couldn't stop laughing about the Indian Mexican. Yeah, that's how serious it is. I don't even remember what this guy said.
Here we go.
Our world is in peril and paralyzed. Geopolitical divides are undermining the work of the Security Council.
Dude, you can't understand anything he's saying. It's unbelievable.
Dude. You tell me that sounds Spanish?
Oh, I don't know what's going on there.
He's not like rolling the R's like a Spanish speaker.
I'd have to do a little deep dive on where this guy's from, but I like the idea that he might be both... I like that he's Indian.
Is there a Spanish colony in India? No.
Maybe, dude.
That was just the Brits. Damn it. Can't even get history on my side.
Oh, that was good stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
No, so that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to abandon this. We'll circle back when it's important.
Literally, though. I think this shit's so funny. The only reason... I know you love the climate change stuff, and I find it hilarious that they opened up this whole thing with the fact that it's this dire situation. We're all going to die. What's going to happen in 10 years? Are they going to do the same spiel?
Do you think that's why it's not landing anymore?
Yeah.
Because you've been doing it too long.
We're the acid rain generation.
Still can't grow a fig tree.
Still can't grow. You still have to plant, bury your fig tree in Chicago here 40 years later.
As far as desertification, besides Amy Goodman's mouth, I don't see it anywhere else. You know what I mean?
And look, if it does happen, it's a natural occurring, thing that that has happened throughout time, and it's occurring all over the world. And
they literally say it. They're like, well, the dry places are going to get drier, the wet places are going to get wetter, and it's balance.
Sure, and you know what happened after the Ice
You
Age?
know?
Everything melted, and a lot of places were super very green, but then things dried up and got hot, and now they're not as green anymore.
Yeah.
So it takes a long period of time.
We're in these long cycles. I think we'll be all right.
I do too. And
To be honest with you, I don't think I'll ever be able to think about climate change until I get a 23andMe on this Gutierrez guy.
oh my god,
That's gonna bother me way more than climate change.
we need some genetic info on this guy's stat.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a failing argument, huh?
The reason I'm a little intrigued by the fact that they opened this whole assembly with this focus is because I've been ringing the bell all year that the next COVID is going to be climate change.
Yeah, they're trying.
And I felt like their messaging over the summer of rolling blackouts and we may not have power fell a little flat with people because it was summertime and you could, open up the windows, you could hang out outside. And it wasn't very hot or as hot as they had claimed it was. But you turn off the power in the winter, you have a way different effect.
Yeah, have you ever seen the statistics? Dude, it's like tenfold. We lose more people in cold than hot.
Hell yeah, man.
We lose way more people than hot.
I think those threats they were throwing at us in the summer, they're coming our way this winter.
But you guys are kind of shooting yourself in the, you know what I mean? You're kind of speaking out of both sides of your mouth here because y'all are saying, oh, we've done the genealogy. We all came from Africa. All right, but now you can't live in Minnesota if it gets any warmer. Oh, Minnesota's not as warm as Africa, and I'm from Africa. Right?
Yeah.
We evolved to live. I mean, you know what I'm saying, though. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's no doubt that you can't live in Minnesota without clothes and shelter.
Right.
So, is it really that bad if this place warms up?
No. But it's pretty bad if it cools off.
Very bad if it cools off. Very bad. You run out of food.
Oh, yeah.
It's harder to grow food. It's harder to find food.
That's right. You can't garden. Right?
Oof. And then because of the lack of vegetation, the mammals and everything that eats the vegetation starts to get smaller and more scarce.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
So I think those threats are going to apply this winter. I think those blackouts are coming.
Did you ever hear that? The best quote I ever heard was, in a million years, they're going to look back and realize that the greatest species on Earth was the worm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love worms, man. They're good for the garden. I'm telling you.
It's the most important species on the planet.
Yeah, you got to love the worms.
It takes all our shit and turns it into dirt.
Oh, they're wonderful, man. I got huge worms going through the garden beds. They love it in
good
there.
Soil, yeah.
They freaking love it.
Compost.
Oh man, yeah. Every spring I dig in there, they're just like busting out, man. There's so many of them. It's incredible.
It's the most important species in the world. If you look at like every other animal, and like we just destroy and we turn the environment, we change things to meet our needs and everything.
That's right. Yeah.
The worms just going through our garbage and turning it into just rich soil. It's building an environment for everybody else to grow in.
And so, is there a worm scarcity upon us?
I just can't seem to find Dennis Rodman, but other than that, no.
Hey-oh, yeah!
He disappeared after that Russia stint.
He did. Wow. And so did Brittany Griner news, let me tell you that. Oof. She's out.
Yeah, whoa, what happened to her, huh?
Well, I think one of the I don't know.
Dude,
It's out of the news.
we literally said we're going to release, I forgot who, it was a couple people.
It was definitely a weapons man.
And Putin is just like, nah.
I don't think so.
Have you seen my prison league? It's fantastic now.
Oh, yeah. He's got an all-star center. It's incredible. They're all very short there in Russia. Very short.
That's terrible. Poor girl. She's going to do that whole 9 years, 10 years.
Yeah, I guess.
Do they do good behavior in Russia, or they don't even know what that is?
I don't know.
It's all good behavior. You don't act bad.
Dude, speaking of Putin, though, man, his buddy is getting sued, Mike. Did you catch the news?
Who?
But we begin tonight with the New York State Attorney General suing former President Trump, 3 of his adult children, and the Trump Organization for $250 million, accusing the Trump family of, quote, staggering fraud in a sweeping civil suit and looking
insane.
to ban them from doing business in New York. New York State Attorney General Letitia James making the announcement after a 3-year investigation.
It would not only ban them from doing business in New York, it would ban them from running for any office in New York.
This is a political hit job, man.
Both Trump and his children.
Yeah.
Dude, we said it, man. I said it at least.
You did.
They're scared of Ivanka.
Whoa, I didn't expect you to drop the eye.
Bro. Remember I said a long time ago I see her running for state office in New York?
Yes. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think that's why they're doing this. They need to ban the kids from running for office.
They're definitely going after the kids. This is the first time I've really been like, wow. Don Trump.
Frank, you're not one of our political elites. No, you and your entire family barred. You can't come in.
Yeah.
We want Hillary and Chelsea to win.
Oh man, do you think they're bringing in the Chelsea?
Fuck yeah, they're bringing in Chelsea. Did you see that, dude? She's married to George Soros's.
What? No
did you see that?
No, I did not see that. Whoa,
dude, her hot dude,
no.
Dude, look it up, man. Google me right here. Chelsea is married to like George Soros's nephew or some shit, or grandson.
I mean, I believe it, but wow.
I swear to God, dude. Because remember I sent you that thing, dude.
What
that was like it had like all their relations in it and everything.
Right.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I got it right here, actually.
Oh, here it is, dude. Yeah. Chelsea is married to George Soros's nephew.
Crazy.
Right?
Sure.
Adam Schiff, his sister, is married to George Soros's son.
Wow.
Adam Schiff's sister is married to George Soros' son.
Wow.
And remember, that's why I sent it to you, because remember I told you on the podcast, Gavin Newsom is Nancy Pelosi's nephew.
That's disturbing. Absolutely.
It's disgusting, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, Chelsea Clinton is married to George Soros' nephew, man. That's disgusting.
It's all, these people are all connected, and we basically live in a modern version of the monarchy, right? Where all these cousins and siblings and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these cross marriages are happening, and wow, George Soros, man, this guy's got his filthy little fingers in everything, dude. This guy and Klaus Schwab, the world would be better without these freaking clowns, man. That's the truth.
Hopefully they die soon, but then the problem is, I mean, if you marry Chelsea Clinton, that means you might be worse than your grandpa.
Oh, man.
Or uncle, you know? Whoever.
I think what's scarier, have you seen the younger
Have you seen
Klaus?
Chelsea Clinton, dude? Nobody married that bitch because they fell in love with her or they thought she was beautiful. You married that bitch for fucking political power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. And doesn't she realize it? Like, she didn't think, like, gee whiz, this guy's related to Soros, the guy who's...
Fuck yeah, she realized... Bitch, you were born with all the looks of Bill and all the charm of Hillary. Like, you are the worst of both worlds, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my God.
Get that fucking pale... Ugh.
So, maybe an arranged marriage, right?
Oh, for sure.
And
Well, how do you think Bill got the presidency?
Well, yeah. Wow.
He guaranteed his daughter.
Ooh, creepy, and I like it. Yikes.
Don't tell me that shit doesn't still go on.
And then where does that go, though? Are we going to get this Soros boy as the next president somewhere, or...
Well, think about that, dude. If Chelsea ever becomes president, then the Soros kid becomes first man,
First lady,
first
man.
gentleman,
First man, lady,
first lady, man.
first lady, fella. I believe is what they
First
should
gentleman.
call it.
See, we should have elected Hillary just so Bill could have been first man, and then everybody after him could have been first Bill.
Wow.
Oh, you're a
The first bill, of course.
That's our first Bill.
Man, I am mind blown right now. Which would explain why these people in this vast interconnected net and web of Soros-funded reptilians have conspired throughout the last several years to either they wanted Trump in or they never wanted him in.
They never, dude. You know what made me? I was thinking back like a long time ago. I'm talking like 2015, right?
Sure.
I remember talking about it with like mom and dad. I mean, I was Democrat at the time, and we were laughing. We were literally laughing at Donald Trump because we were laughing about they were talking. I think it was Barack Obama was talking about how Donald Trump was the rich kid that never got invited to the parties. Right?
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, yeah, this is, like what a loser. He's just trying to win because he wants to be in the party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now looking back, it's like, yeah, I want that guy to win now because he was never invited to your party.
He was never.
Why didn't you invite him to the party?
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I realize the fact that you never invited him to the party makes him a much better man than anybody you did invite.
The only way to get invited to the party is by flying on the Lolita Express,
Lolita
Mike.
Express.
We all know that.
You gotta fuck the girls. Or the boys.
Hey, don't leave Lady G out of this.
I was gonna say, boy or girl.
Lindsay's
Okay.
always invited.
You can fuck Lindsay if you want. Yeah. Not only is she invited, she's always on the menu.
We're talking about Lindsey Graham, right?
Oh, of course.
All right, here we go. We're going to do a deep dive here on Trump getting sued, I guess.
Investigation, the lawsuit 220 pages long. The suit accusing the former president and his children of falsely inflating the value of nearly every property they own by billions, including his apartment at Trump Tower in New York and his home and club at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. The aim, the AG alleges, was to get more favorable terms and loans from banks than anyone else would get. The AG saying today, instead of the art of the deal, that this was the art of the steal. Tonight, the Attorney General referring to...
They love this phrase, by the way, and you'll hear what I mean in just a few.
Charges for criminal prosecution now. The Trump Organization responding tonight. ABC's investigative correspondent Aaron Kotursky leading us off.
Tonight, former President Trump, 3 of his children, and his top executives are accused of, quote, staggering fraud in a $250 million lawsuit that threatens to cripple the family business.
Yeah!
New York Attorney General Letitia James says Trump's carefully crafted billionaire brand was built on lies, that for 20 years, with the help of Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka, and Eric Trump, the former president grossly inflated his net worth by billions of dollars.
Grossly.
Claiming you have money that you do not have does not amount to the art of the deal. It's the art of the steal.
In her 220-page lawsuit, James accuses...
Dude, it's like Pee Wee Herman's word of the day, and everyone's like, ah!
Did you hear the way she said that?
Oh, dude, the pause, the dramatic pause, dude.
So devastated. Oh, man.
The art of the...
Did you sharpen that knife before you plunged it in so deep? Oh, my God. Just heartless. Right as she said that, during that dramatic pause, that was Donald Trump farting on his gold toilet. You fucking stupid cunt. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
$250 million. All right, sell the toilet.
Dude. It's
God.
It's the new catchphrase, like MAGA, ultra MAGA. You know, there's
the art of the steal.
The art of the steal. I guarantee they push this further. You're gonna hear it all week. Maybe, I'm telling you, art of the steal.
What I'm more interested in is the art of the steal dossier.
Oh,
nobody wants to talk about that steal, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about this steal.
Or the creative, artistic liberties they took in creating it. Right?
Yeah.
What was that?
The art of the steal.
The art of the steal is the new catchphrase.
Trump of preparing hundreds of fraudulent financial statements, overstating the value of nearly every major property he owns, from golf courses to hotels to his own triplex
Just so you
apartment.
know, he
in
literally
Trump
wrote
Tower,
a book
which
on
in
this is how you
2015 he
cheat the
presented to
government,
Barbara.
Yeah, he seriously bragged about how, like, it's way better and financially savvy to, like, claim bankruptcy.
Claim the devaluation of your properties and...
I don't know.
Yeah, he literally bragged about this for 20 years. I think that's why you guys are failing, like, Jan 6, this, like, you guys keep going after him, and it's just like, yeah, you know?
You're kind of harping on the things that made him popular in the first place.
Yeah, this makes me like him more, right?
Well, yeah, and then you had to throw in the theme song that used to make me like him in the first place.
Money, money, money.
Yeah, man. I'm like, oh, I remember that.
And now you're
Trump.
trying to tell me that he got that money from stealing it from the government? Makes me like him more.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck you.
Dude, fuck
you stole that money from me?
Exactly.
I'm glad somebody stole it from you, you know?
He's like a modern day Robin Hood, man. It's unbelievable.
Oh, except he didn't give it to us, but that's all right. Who are you more mad at? The guy who robbed you or the guy who robbed your thief?
Right.
Right? Fuck you, you stole my money. I'm happy somebody else stole it from you. You know?
Nobody's ever upset when people steal from the government.
No. Yeah, that's a real losing argument.
Well, that's true to form for the left. It's
because here's the problem, right? If Donald Trump didn't steal this money, was it going to go in my pocket?
Right.
Were you going to lower my taxes? No.
No.
Y'all were just going to fucking buy another 100,000 shots or whatever from Pfizer and increase your own profits. So
yes. Absolutely.
I'm not that's why it just falls flat, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a silly story, but in a serious manner. They are going after their political rivals and trying to make it so that way they cannot run for office, which is...
Well, that's the worst part, is they're going to ban... This, if they win, will ban them from running for New York office.
Yeah. And look, New York, are you just trying to make it so Republicans can't run there anymore? It's funny, the last great mayor from your city, America's mayor, just happened to be a Republican, I believe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're in weird times, but it's starting to... You brought this up a few episodes ago, and I didn't really actually believe it, and I was a bit of a naysayer, but I'm starting to come on board. I think they're going to arrest this dude.
Oh, they have to.
I think they're going for it, man. They're setting up the stage.
This lady that brought the charges on him, she literally took the office saying, I'm gonna go after him, I'm gonna find something, I'm gonna charge him. It's the craziest way to go about doing your job, right? It should be like, oh, I saw somebody doing something illegal, I'm gonna go after them. Not, no, I don't like you, so I'm gonna dig deep enough to find something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's strange stuff,
Like,
man.
Frank, we could literally look at you, I guarantee, and find something to arrest you. You know
Arrest
what I mean?
me? Come on.
Yeah, even the Colorado Jesus.
Squeaky clean.
Me too. You know what I'm saying? You could always find something.
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think these people, like Trump, like the Clintons, they obtain their power through shady means, and so because of that, definitely these characters in life, you can definitely get something on them that was illegal. Anyway,
And the fact that you're like really going after Trump this hard and his family is like, you're just really proving to me you don't want anybody in there that's an outsider.
yeah.
And you're proving to me that like you have something really to hide. I don't know.
No, I think you're right. I'm. This is a witch hunt, dude. Right?
Yeah, it really is.
Isn't that kind of what it is?
Absolutely.
And it seems a little like low class for America.
Yeah, it's terrible. You turn the DOJ, and that's why I sent you. That's why I started listening to that Jon Stewart show. Jon Stewart spent a whole hour talking about how Donald Trump politicized the DOJ. What? He didn't go after anybody.
You're right.
Who did he go after?
I don't know.
You guys have literally turned the DOJ into your one and only weapon against your political opponents. You're going after everybody. You went after Trump. You guys sent the DOJ after the My Pillow guy.
Yes.
What do you mean? Did Trump send the DOJ after George Soros? No.
Or Chelsea?
Or $100 million? Who do you think you got? Chelsea Clinton?
Dude, but you're right. They took the My Pillow guy's phone.
You went after everybody, dude. You're doing 40-person raids. You're raiding the former president's home.
You have protesters from January 6th locked up after 700 days.
For 2 years. No problem. Doesn't matter. I mean, this is crazy. You're giving them 10-year sentences.
Yeah, I think one guy today, he got probation or some shit, and he was just there.
Yeah.
Just like happened to be there.
It's terrible. It's yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like, I've found
I don't
everything.
know what they're hoping to gain from it is the problem.
Well, again, I think
here's my problem, right? I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no.
You guys do this, and you're like, it's great because now our side, like, no Democrat right now, all the fucking Democrats right now are like, no, the DOJ is not bipartisan. They're, you know what I mean? They're not partisan. They're just doing their job, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. But what happens when the next Republican comes in, right?
Yeah.
And then they start going after Democrats. Now nobody fucking has faith in it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen.
You go after Trump, you're going to sway voters even further to not trust you or want your party in. Okay? So you're going to lose worse in the midterms and then probably worse in 2024. And then when the other side has power, they're coming after Tony Fauci.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they're coming after guys like Gavin Newsom. I think maybe these people are slightly aware that, you know, in the Nuremberg trials, they hung the media as well.
God.
All right, so keep that in mind.
I don't know if I would ever go to a public hanging, but if you were going to hang Fauci, I'd go.
With the Cuomo bro?
Oh, dude. The Cuomo bro and fucking Don Lemon.
Oh my God. We get to Nuremberg trials, I believe, if it really becomes obvious that not only did the vaccines cause harm, but these people knew it and still pushed it.
Yeah, that's going to come out. Yeah, that's going to.
But the media, dude, what kills me are the people who got paid, the influencers, like people like Captain America and the fucking Hulk guy, and
no, not even that. Dude, people you never even heard of, like Bebop on TikTok. He got fucking $5 million to go do this thing at the White House where he like interviewed Joe Biden.
Oh, that guy lady fella chick dude who had the
Bro,
nails.
there was like 20 of them, dude.
I remember
that
that.
fucking that one Latina bitch that can barely speak English, but she's like the greatest singer or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
The bird, she does the bird noises.
Yeah, about the Camilla chick.
You know that singer that does the bird noises. She went there and did the thing.
I can only really think of Ariana Grande, and I think she's a white chick. You know what I'm talking about?
She dated Pete Davidson, right?
Mike, she did. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
It all goes back to Pete Davidson with you.
That's how unfamous you are, Ariana. Is I only know you by by Pete Davidson.
I'm a huge
Pete Davidson.
dude. I'm a huge fan of Ariana Grande because her name is I guess it's Ariana Grande, right? That's how. But I call her Ariana Grande, and everybody always corrects me when I say it. And
what does it mean?
Grande? Nothing. I just like to say her name.
The Ariana. What is it?
Ariana Grande.
Come on, man. Can't we just get simple names?
Dude, this chick is from Jersey, and she got a tan and started, like, appropriating black music, and everyone thought she was, like, a black chick, I think. Honestly. I swear to God on this. She literally started doing her hair. It's really... You should see the transformation of this chick from when she was, like, this Jersey girl or whatever to, like, now. It's crazy.
Frank, whenever you have a subpopulation that is oppressed by the majority...
Right.
A lot of people always try to replicate that, and you know.
Yeah, look, it works. I guess
they try to become indoctrinated into the oppressed group.
I'm not knocking it. The chick obviously has a lot of influential people in her life who helped her get famous, and her parents are probably well off and famous themselves. But I just find that chick funny.
Yeah, I can't even picture. So.
Dude, you gotta look into it. She's a hilarious chick.
I still gotta figure out that one chick you always bring up.
I still can't believe you. Are you talking about Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
How do you not know who Miley Cyrus is? Unreal.